Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm just doing a tiny video now to show you a little Temu haul. I just thought I'd show you these few little bits that I got the other day. Now, so I don't have any prices or anything because I don't really keep an eye on these things, keep track of them. It's a little bit hard because they take a while to get here and then you're probably not paying attention, I don't know. But anyway, usually if you go on and type in the name of the thing you want, you can probably find hundreds of them, you know. So anyway, I wanted these little doorknobs because in the past I bought them, and you can use them on your books. So you get the little knobbly bit. I'm in Australia. It's really gloomy out there, but it's really hot. And then you fasten this, you put your page or whatever in there, and then you screw that in, or your door, because it's a doorknob, and then you screw that in there, and it looks amazing. I'm sure I put one of these on the gypsy door that I made, and it is not actually within my reach, so I can't really show you what what I did with it, but there's a fair few of those in there. They're really cool, and they're not expensive either. They were reasonably cheap. They were, they cost me about $3-ish, you know, about that, because that's what I'm like. I don't like to pay too much money, because I just like to get the things. Now, I do like this, what I bought myself. I bought myself a sewing machine brooch, because I love brooches. I don't have any on me at the moment, but I have a lot of them. Look at that. And it's really, really good quality. It is a really good quality thing. You wouldn't, you know, I think it was $2 something. Isn't that nice? I really like that. So that'll have to, I'm going to have to find somewhere to display all these, because I really, really want to, you know, see this. I think I might put something back in this. Now this is a nice one too. I love dash hounds, sausage dogs, whatever, and this is so cute, isn't it? It's made out of a tin type sort of stuff, like looks metally, but it's probably not. It's probably that it's like a clay stuff that people, I don't know if it's clay, but it's really good. Isn't he beautiful? He really is. There is so many versions of these things you can pick out, whichever style you want. I thought, I could collect them, but then what am I going to do with them all? Because I've been collecting brooches, so I just go, I'll stick with the brooch, because there's just so many different things, you know. But I used to collect the old ones first. I collected up a lot of old brooches out from the, you know, shops, so I could have, well, I liked them, you know. I just loved them, and I didn't want to see them go away, you know, into the bin or whatever they do with them. I don't know. They probably wouldn't throw them in the bin. You wouldn't know, would you? I also bought this one. This is only acrylic, and it's really nice, because I'm going to put that on the cover. I'm going to hang that on me this book that I'm doing now. But I might not use this. I might use a better or a different sort of attachment thing to put it onto, because I think that's a bit gaudy looking, and I really like the sewing machine. So I'm going to use that as a dangle on the side, probably with some beads or maybe cotton reel or something. I don't know yet. I got these stickers. This says 12. I think this is the right packet. I took them all out and looked at them. Then I've got to put them back in their packs. Oh yeah, these of the ladies, queens or princesses and things, and they're beautiful. I'll put them in the books that I do. I hope to, anyway. And you can tell that these are all, well, the same sort of looking person, really, just with a different sort of styled hair and that, but they're really pretty, aren't they? I like these. They look really good in journals or whatever, and they're a really good sticker, and I probably would, I'm going to be taking off, I'd say, a fair bit of it, you know, or just using that and just using the centre. I don't know yet, but that's the idea. That's what I thought I might do, because I haven't got a lot of images of ladies, unless they're, sometimes you get them and they're not as good looking sort of pictures, you know. Now I've got these because I really like the idea of this and I haven't figured out yet how to do it. So these are things that you put over the top of your button. Well, they are a button. They've got Peter Rabbit on them. Look at them, they're cute. They're shiny and they're nice. Now, this somehow comes off there. Somehow. And somehow you put your button under there. I'm going to have to Google this because then this goes over the top of your button. So you can use it whenever you want to, you know, like put it on a different cardigan or something if that's what you're going to do with it. Or if I put it on something for Margot. Oh dear. Or new baby, who is going to be here very shortly. New baby. Another baby, I should say. Yeah, so there's a there's a way to do that, I'm sure. I'm nearly sure that bit comes off and then you put it back on it as a button, alright? I'm sure that's what it is because, anyway, we'll look at that. We'll look into it, okay? I think they cost probably about $4, I think. You know, but that's what they're worth anyway, I think. So this is, it had something, 10 pieces in it, so I've got the wrong thing in that bag. In this one, I've got some more stickers, more lady stickers, pretty lady stickers and things. There is, so look at them, isn't that beautiful? Aren't these beautiful? And for what they cost you, you know, they're worth it, they really are. I'll cut a lot of the white off myself because I'm not a real big fan of the white outline, but you can please yourself, you know, whether you use that or not. Isn't these pretty? They're pretty things, aren't they? Hope you can see them all right. Don't want to put the camera down any further because it might block out the light. This is really overcast out there today. It was 29 degrees when we got out of bed this morning. And get the fan going, but so there's a few of each. Oh no, that's a different one. Oh, there's a different lady. A different shape, different style. There's different ways of moving it, putting a hat on. You know, it's different. So this one's got a different hat to that. Like, look at that. They just made them all different so you could have whatever ones you wanted to. So these are really nice. I think these are really pretty. I have bought one not long ago and I wasn't really pleased with them because I'm sure, not of the ladies, but of something else. I think it was like a vintage floral things, and the ones in the picture, well, they didn't look anything like what they didn't look anything like what I ended up with, and that's a shame because usually I get what I'm after. I've got some of the ones that were in the picture, but the others weren't right. So now I've got these. This was not as the colour that I thought. It was a bit blue, prettier bluer. How do you say that? I don't know. But it was a different, it looked to me, because then, I see that's a thing, it looked to me like this sort of colour blue. It did. This could be my own eyesight, but anyway. So what you got here is enough of these if you did want to make earrings, but I did not. This is for me to put in things, I don't know, some things that I'm making, journals or whatever. So there's two of those, and two of these. I think these cost about $5, but I think I really liked them because, well, I thought they were all more or less like that, but I suppose they had to put the darker colour in there, so that changed it, didn't it? I really like those ones. Those are nice. They're nice. They look all right on something boho, I guess, won't they? Or I'll think of something. There'll be something to put them on, you know. Even if I never use them for a year or 2 or 3, maybe one day there'll be something I can put them on, won't there? So they're really nice ones. I do like watching a Temu haul video because you can see what people are buying, what sort of things they're getting. Now this is another set of charms that I got for the sewing book because I really like the that's empty, isn't it? Yeah, I'll put that back in there in a minute. I really like the charms. I want something that wasn't too heavy too, so these worked out really well. So there's a little cotton reel. There's there's a peg, there's a needle, it's got a bit scary, look at him. There's another sewing machine, you can do either side. Oh, there's lots of little scissors on it, and this tape measure. I hope you can see these. Another little pair of scissors, another little pair of scissors. There's 3 machines. See, 3 sewing machines. And 4 pair of scissors. There. And a ruler, some buttons, coding, and a little pin, safety pin, and a little set square thing, you know, like you could use if you wanted to do some interesting things, you know, with that. So they're really cool, aren't they? I do like those. They come out of this, did they? I'll put them back in here anyway, so I'll have to find a container. I've got one with them in now, but it's not in this room, so I'm going to be able to do that. I'm in my sewing room today. The fan's going. I hope it's not making too much noise. The window's open. It's nice. It's so nice to have fresh air and stuff. Now, I'm going to think about these nail bits, because you can put these onto your things. Now, these are for your fingernails, but you know what? You don't have to do that with them, because I like to do a lot of things at the top of my pages when I'm making things, you know, little bits, and these are awesome. Look, you can put these onto your bit of work. I would have loved to have these a bit bigger, because I do love the check and that look on them, and they're snazzy. I find if I put them on my fingernails, I'm always trying to hit it off because I think there's something on there. But I didn't buy them for that. I bought them because I want to put them on the books, on the little things that I make. Things, I can't think of what the word is. Little clusters, you know, that you put, and then you just add a little bit of something, and this is just what the idea. And I think they're under $1 for these things, and you got a fair few there. And every time I go to put them back in, they always get stuck by the corners. I don't know why that happens, but it does. The corners lift up and they get stuck. Look at that, it's doing it again. If I was trying to get that off there, it probably wouldn't come, but because I want to put it back in the plastic, I'm going to have to tape that on there because it's not going to go back in. And I've got these. Aren't these beautiful? These are absolutely beautiful. Must have been something stuck on this, was torn apart too. I don't think I took any of these out of there. Look at that. Isn't that snazzy? See, there's just a little bit of something to put onto your little things. You know, you can add a bit of, you know, beads or a pin and something, and then stick a little tiny sticker on there, and it just makes it so nice. Aren't they lovely? Isn't this beautiful? I'd love these to be a little bit bigger, but you know, they'll work. They'll work. You'll see them. You'll see what I do with them when I do. I don't know if this is going to go back in there because they really pick up at every end when you try to. I don't understand why it does that to me. All the others I bought done it too. Oh, look at this, I got them in. And this one here, come on. Look, see, that's kicked up there. Let's try this one and see if it works. I do want to look after it. I've got about 4 or 5 other packets. What is it lifting up on there for? Why is it doing that? Come on, this is still picking up, look. The plastic, the sticky. It's that sticky that's I'm going to wreck that. I don't want to wreck it. And they stick to fabric too. That's a thing. They do stick to fabric. I'll show you. I'll stick one on. No, I'll stick one on here. Oh dear me. So you got that there, and you're just sticking it on, see? And it'll stay there. It will stay there. So that's the thing. I'll just show you. I've been doing a bit of stamping, and because I wanted to make, like, these are also for that sort of idea, to make bits for little snippety ideas or to make paperclip things out of. These ones I'm going to do a bit of embroidery on these. I'm going to have the little bird, maybe not, but he can have a pin on him and a few other things around him. That'll be embroidery. I'll do tiny little embroidery stitches around the outside. There's another birdie one. I found the scissors that I knew I had it somewhere to put in my book. I have it looks like the top of a cotton reel. More scissors, more flowers. On the flowers I intend to do some embroidery on them. Don't like the green one. Do like the little bird though. I cut that off because the bottom of my stamp got stuck to another stamp and that got wrecked. I have these little birds too, they're cute. They're cute little bloke. And these little ones here, I can stitch these too because I'm really wanting to do that. I've got a few bits. I stamped this on some spotty material, a little spotty on the back. It worked. It worked just fine. So I did a few bits. I did get carried away a bit, didn't I? It's okay. That one there has a little blemish, but that doesn't matter. It adds to the texture and the look of the thing. And this one is a bit better. Another bird. A bit of a house. This is the word love. But if you've got this done, when you go to do something, they're there, you know. There's nothing worse than doing something and think, oh, I wish I had a stamp or something to stick on this, you know. So that looks really good. So I'm going to I might make a little bag out of that bit because I made it big enough so I could make something out of it. And there's these bits here. And I don't know whether this is a feather or a leaf. I'm thinking it's a feather. No, don't know. I can't tell if it's a feather or a leaf. I think I'll throw this green one in the bin because I'm not going to use it. Okay, so that's that and what I've been doing a bit of and collecting up things and that from Temu. You have to have some things from Temu. So if I put all these back in here, then I can put them away. And but if you go on there and type in any of these things like a sewing machine, brooch or any brooch you'll have, I don't think I've ever looked at Temu. I put things in there and I've said what I wanted to see, and you can sit there for a really, really, really long time because there's I forgot to show you needles, because there's so much of that thing, whatever that thing is you want to look at. It's just it's endless the amount of stuff, and you can get about anything. And I've got these needles because I love the idea that they're in a box, a little thing. Plus they've got all the big eye ones. The only thing wrong with these are the post is too thick. I found that the post is too thick. This one here is not bad, this size. I checked it out. I went and I looked at it and I had to go with it in the fabric, and it doesn't seem too bad, so I'm going to have to go on there. It is really thick though. A lot of hard work in that. I like something that's thinner and slides straight through. But anyway, for what I paid for it, the thing alone is worth that much anyway, so I'm not going to be too upset about that. If I don't ever use the needles, it won't worry me. I could just put something else in here. But I know I was supposed to get some more bead needles, I know that. But I will go back and I'll find something, because over here, from last time, I got these ones and I think they're the same. I think these are the same, which is a bit of a shame really. I know these aren't as thick. These aren't as thick, the post that you put through, they're not as thick, so that's good. So obviously you can get like well, that's a good one. That's a really good size, good eye, really good for stitching, and this is a really good size needle here. Okay, and these ones here like are really, really thick. So if you go to order anything like this, you need to notice, that there's a big difference in the sizes of them. Look at that. But then again, you want to make something like, a old bag or something. I don't know if this is the right lid. It seems to be going on okay. Yeah, it matched up there. Okay, so this is good. this is good because I do like these. They are thinner and go through a lot easier through the fabric. I'll just keep a couple there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything today with them, but you never know. You never know. So anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for leaving a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. And I do appreciate everything you talk to me about, and you know, to interact with me. I really appreciate that. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm wondering if there's anything on these to let me know what. There's a little thing on the top of that. But I know, I just need to look at it to see anyway which are good and which are not, you know, which ones I want to use. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Stay safe. Bye-bye.